Alright, Shalom Akim. Shalom, let me get this straightened up quick. Let's get this up. See if we can. Very good. Good. Alright, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to get this started by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Yahawashi. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, that's pushing the gospel, the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Yahawah that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands, guiding their children. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad, God the four corners of the earth. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, for my one in this truth stone. Peace and blessings to you all, the rock of thought. Right, we out here back once again. This is your brother Zakaria, right? In the camp of Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Coming out here to preach the downfall, to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. Right? So we're gonna get this started. How we gonna get this started? Let's go to let's start off with Luke chapter 1 verse 68 says, "Blessed be Yahawah power of Israel. Blessed be Yahawah power of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people." Right? So he has visited and redeemed his people, and has raised up in home salvation for us in the house of his servant David. And he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which had been since the world began. Which has been since the world began. Right? The prophets have been here, man. The prophets have been here. The prophets that the servants of the Most High have been around. You know what I'm saying? Since the foundations of the earth. And they're here one more time. One more time before the whole climax comes. They're here this final hour. You know what I'm saying? Beginning with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone on down, man. You know what I'm saying? The prophets are here, as it is written in Jeremiah 28 and 8. As it's written in Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 8, man. You know what I'm saying? They've been before us of old times. It says, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of them that hate us. And it's about that time for us to be saved from our enemies and from the hands of them that hate us. Right? Verse 72, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers. You see what I'm saying? You got both covenants. You got the old covenant, you got the new covenant. Right? And we're about to enter into the new covenant. Right? And with the new covenant comes a new earth. Comes new rulership, comes new dominion, an everlasting dominion. That's what comes with the new covenant, right? The oath which he swore to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us, not to everyone else, not to everyone else, not the whole world, but to us, to the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, man. Right? That he would grant unto us that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear. Right? And we're going to be serving him for everlasting. Forevermore. We're going to be serving him in righteousness. In righteousness. That's the only way to serve him. Right? And we're going to do it without fear. What does it mean when we're going to do it without fear? We're going to do it without fear because we won't be with sin. We will have no sin ever again. In the kingdom, there will be no more sin amongst the Israelites. Therefore, we will no longer have to fear chastisement. We'll no longer have to fear curses. You know what I'm saying? Like the curses that's written down in the book of Deuteronomy. We won't have to worry about that anymore. You see what I'm saying? In holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our life. All the days of our life, forevermore. Forevermore. There won't be an end. There will not be an end to the righteousness. There will not be an end to holiness. Not in the kingdom that's coming. Not in the kingdom that's coming. To the kingdom that's here established right now, it's nothing but fear. It's nothing but wickedness. It's nothing but destruction. Unholiness. Huh? It's nothing but that. Let's continue. And thou, child, shalt be called the prophet of the highest, and thou shalt go before the face of the Lord to prepare his ways. That's talking about John the Baptist, man, and he prepared his ways. He prepared the ways of Yahawah Mashiach, and then as time went past, as time gone by, you know what I'm saying, he came back reincarnated as Elder Abba-Bivens, you know what I'm saying, who taught those under him. You know, then you had those of One West, and then you got the elders of GMS. Now you got the apostles of GMS. Now you got the elders of GMS. Now you got the brothers, you know what I'm saying, GMS. Now you got all this trickles down. You know what I'm saying? You got all these other kids that came from One West too, right? Even though they may be going off, I believe there's many there's some upon them. There's some among them that's of the elect. You know what I'm saying? Who call out this bullshit? Who can call out this bullshit and say, wait a minute, this ain't right? You know what I'm saying? The MOTB, that's not what you're talking about, man. That's not what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's not sleeping with white women. It's not an embargo. You know what I'm saying? It's not an embargo. It's not what else they call it? Shit. There's going to be false prophets in these last days, man. We're here for this, man, to give knowledge of salvation unto his people. That's what the prophets are here for. The prophets are here to give to usher in Yahawah so that he can send salvation to his people, man. We're out here blowing the trumpet. We're out here blowing the trumpets. You know what I'm saying? We're out here sounding the warning. We're out here giving our word. We're out here preaching the word. We're out here teaching and reaching. That's what we out here for. Right? By the remissions of their sins. See what I'm saying? So we got some things going on in the world right now. We got some real events, you know what I'm saying, that's taking place. We got some updates that's taking place. Right now you got over in New York. Over in New York, you got Esau about to unleash all this non-toxic gas, you know what I'm saying, amongst the public. I just did a lesson on that last night. You know what I'm saying? Esau's about to perform some mischief out here, man. Some real mischief. You know. And people gonna be worried. People gonna be afraid, man. You know, it's already starting. That's a part of that pestilence, because you know damn well they preparing for something, man. You know what I'm saying? If this stuff is supposed to be non-toxic, what the hell you wearing masks for while you release this stuff? You see what I'm saying? Right? It's Matthew 24. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." You see what I'm saying? Nation's gonna rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Right now, we're talking about Russia, we're talking about China, we talk about Russia, we talk about China, we talk about Taiwan, we talk about Iran, right? We talking about Israel, you know what I'm saying? The so-called state of Israel, right? We talk about all these people, you know what I'm saying? We talk about all these people. It's like it. We talk about all these people, you know, and that's Bible prophecy. That's Bible prophecy right here. And kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence. Y'all about to see the famine. Y'all about to see them famines, baby. Y'all about to see them famines, baby. You know what I'm saying? Y'all about to see that shit. Y'all about to see people y'all about to see people hungry out here. You ain't never seen nobody hungry out here until you see people get hungry out here in these famines. Right? And pestilences. And this gas that they about to be, you know, shooting out throughout New York. That's only the beginning, man, because we got this C19 going on, you know what I'm saying? Now it's variant after variant after variant. You know, it's not gonna stop. You're gonna have to get this shot, that shot, booster shot, you know what I'm saying? Look, these are the signs of the times, man. And earthquakes in diverse places. Over in Spain right now, in various places, you got volcanoes shooting up. You got sinkholes, you got 7.5 magnitude earthquakes, stuff like that, man. This shit's getting real out here, man. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All of these are the beginning of sorrows, man. All right. Well, let's talk about Russia real quick. Right now, first of all, we got China. I did a lesson on that. China just shot off this missile that went around the world, the entire world. You know what I'm saying? And what was it? 30 minutes, I think? No, it wasn't 30 minutes. I don't think it was 30 minutes. But it circled the entire world, and it missed its mark by a couple kilometers, I believe. Right? I gotta get back to that article. But you know what I'm saying? But this is China that's working their works. Then you got Russia. That's working their works, man. They got Russia that's working their works. Gog and Magog. They working together with Moab. Right? There you got Korea. You got Korea pushing out their super soldiers, showing off their weapons, their materials. You know what I'm saying? This stuff ain't just for show. They about to get busy. Out here, man. You know what I'm saying? While America's celebrating the fact that they got females in their ranks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all celebrating the wrong shit. Y'all celebrating the wrong shit. These other nations, they don't look at y'all as if they're afraid. No, they ain't scared of y'all. They ain't scared of you Edomites, man. They're not scared of Babylon the Great. They're not scared of Babylon the Great, man. They're looking at you fools, and they're like, dude, y'all ain't got nothing to be afraid of no more. Y'all ain't got nothing to buckle up on, man. You know what I'm saying? Their knees don't buckle no more. At the sight of America, at the sound of America, man. They're looking at Biden. Biden can't speak for the shit. He can't speak for shit. You know what I'm saying? Biden can't say 2 words without fumbling. You know. Ain't nobody worried about this place, boy. But what about Russia, man? Russia's You know, Russia's selling to Turkey now, right? One of America's allies. France is siding with Russia now. You see what I'm saying? The EU's breaking apart. The EU is breaking apart, man. This is prophecy. It says the beast shall hate the whore. The beast shall hate the whore. You see? And it's only going to take certain such amount of things, you know what I'm saying, to get these other nations pissed off at America. It's only going to take a few things. You know what I'm saying? Just a few things. A bad deal here and there. You know what I'm saying? This is Ezekiel chapter 38. Verse 1, it says, "And the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog in the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him." And prophesy against him, man. And say, "Thus saith Yahawah power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back, and will put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." All of them handling swords, man. Like I said, these weapons that they showcase in their parades, in their anniversaries and whatnot, they're not just for show. They're not for show. This is to get the party started. You know what I'm saying? Just like the picture that you're looking at. The picture you're looking at shows all these missiles coming straight to America. All these missiles coming straight to America, man. Verse 5, you got Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah, and the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself. Thou and all thy company. Thou and all thy company. You see what I'm saying? The spotlight's on China right now, but the real spotlight needs to be on Russia. The real spotlight needs to be on Russia now, because Russia's about to start some shit, and they're about to have the whole band with them, man. It's gonna be the whole company. The whole company. You're gonna have China, you're gonna have Iran, you're gonna have Persia, you're gonna have India. You're gonna have all these people alongside Russia ready to perform the business and to get this shit started. Y'all about to see this. Right? Let's jump down. Let's go to now, you know, let's keep reading. Yeah, let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. Let's read this again. Verse 7. "Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. After many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people, against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them." Right? This is what's going to happen to you, America. Check this out. "Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm," and come like a storm. If anybody remembers, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, when the Russians came in and invaded America, they came in like a storm. They came in like a storm. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we about to see, man. That's what we about to see. America's going to get touched. America is going to get touched. You see what I'm saying? America is going to get touched. This place ain't going to be a virgin no more. You see, virgin daughter of Babylon, this place Babylon ain't gonna be no virgin no more, because no other nation has ever invaded this place. No other nation has ever penetrated this place's defenses. No other nation has ever done that. You know what I'm saying? They like to play like that shit happened in 9/11. No, that shit ain't happened, man. We all know what the business is with that. We all know what the deal was. Verse 10. Let me read that again. Verse 9. Verse 9. Thou shalt descend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all thy bands, and many people with thee. It ain't just gonna be Russia. It ain't gonna just be Russia, man. Why you think all these people are leaving America and going back to their countries? You know what I'm saying? Verse 10, thus saith Yahawah power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Thou shalt think an evil thought. You see, the time's coming, man. The time's coming. Salaki for that. His phone goes out after about 10 minutes, so I always gotta check it. But well, I was getting that. Let's get that again. It says, thus saith Yahawah power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely. America has not been penetrated. America has not been invaded once. You know what I'm saying? America has not been invaded once. But that's going to change. But all that's going to change out here. It says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at ease, or that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. You see what I'm saying? Having neither bars nor gates, man. This place doesn't know fear. This place doesn't know fear. This place doesn't know hunger. This place doesn't know thirst. All you gotta do is just go straight to a fast food restaurant. All you gotta do is just call DoorDash. That's all you gotta do. Just call DoorDash. And all your food needs are met. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta go to the grocery store no more, man. You just get people to deliver it to your door. You see what I'm saying? This place has been full of ease, man. This place has been full of rest. You know what I'm saying? And it's time for all that rest to be disrupted. It's time for all that ease to be disrupted. Let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 51. Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 6, it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahawah's vengeance. For this is the time of Yahawah's vengeance. And he's going to use these other nations to perform. You know what I'm saying? That's the word of the day. That's the word of the day. Perform. And that's what's going to happen upon America. That's what's going to happen upon America. Russia, China, Iran, all these other nations are about to perform. Korea, you know what I'm saying? And all of America's allies too, man. You got Togomal, you got Turkey, you got Japan. Their allies are going to perform against America. It says, for this is the time of Yahawah's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahawah's hand that made all the earth drunken. You see what I'm saying? Babylon's been that golden cup, man. Babylon has been at ease. Babylon has been at rest. Babylon has been unwalled because no man troubled her. No other nation troubled Babylon the Great. America. No other nation has troubled America. No other nation. You see what I'm saying? And in that process, they made the whole earth drunken because while America hasn't been tampered with, while America has not been messed with, right? Americans been causing all these other nations to drink of her philosophies, to drink of the cup, to drink of her, to be drunken. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say that the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right? And it says right here, the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. You know what I'm saying? America's not liked anymore. You know what I'm saying? All these other nations hate America. All these other nations despise America. They despise America's philosophy. They despise America's way of life. They despise it because they know that it goes contrary. It goes contrary to everything that's natural. It goes contrary to things that makes sense. Nothing makes sense no more in America. Nothing makes sense no more in Babylon the Great, man. What does Babylon mean? Babylon comes from the word Babal, which means confusion. Babylon comes from the word Babal, which means confusion, and this is the land of confusion. And anyone else that takes up the philosophies of this land becomes confused. That's why they're mad. You see what I'm saying? And they want this shit to end. Just like the scriptures say, man, the whole earth is waiting for the sons of God to come back. You see what I'm saying? Let's go there, man. Let's get that. Let's go to Romans. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 19. Romans chapter 8, verse 19, it says, let me start at verse 18. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Right? Let me read that again. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Right? There's about to be much glory. Much glory is going to be revealed in the Israelites, man. And the whole world is going to see it. The whole world is going to experience it. The whole world is going to be subject unto it. The whole world is going to bow down to it. The whole world is going to see the glory of the Israelites upon us. You see what I'm saying? Upon us. Not the whole world, upon the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, man. Verse 19, it says, for the earnest expectations of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the power. Let me read that again. It says, for the earnest expectations of the creature. It's not just talking about every creature, you know, in terms of animals, in terms of ants, you know what I'm saying, in terms of plant life. No, it's talking about people as well, man. You see what I'm saying? The whole earth is, you see, if nations are mad, then they're trying to feel the opposite. They're trying to feel the opposite. And if they're mad under wickedness, then the only way they can be happy is under righteousness. The only way they can be happy is under righteousness. All these other nations lost their traditions. All these other nations lost their traditions, man. They're right. They're at least they're sensible traditions. And I ain't talking about dealing with none of these gods, because that shit's about to be done away with. Every single last person on this planet is going to be calling on the names of Yahawah, Yahawashi. All these other nations are going to be calling on these names and none other. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said, you know, let me not jump the gun. Let's go there. Let's read this verse again. Verse 19, one more time. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiting for the manifestation of the sons of power. You see what I'm saying? For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope. You see what I'm saying? The same one that subjected him to all this folly and vanity is the same one that subjected us in hope. Right? While all these nations you know what I'm saying, don't see no hope coming, the hopeful elect can see the hope. We can see the finish line. We can see the end of this. We can see it. You see what I'm saying? We can see this. And we know what's coming. We know what to expect. Right? We know what to expect. Right, so let's go to let's get that. As I think about it. That. Let's see. I lost my train of thought out here. Bear with me. I was going to hit a precept that's hot on my mind. Damn. Waited for the manifestation of the sons of the power. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 24. Let me read that again. This is Isaiah 24:1. It says, behold, Yahawah maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turns it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with the master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, and as with the lender, so with the borrower. As with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled for the Lord, for Yahawah hath utterly spoiled, for Yahawah spoken this word, Slakia. For Yahawah has spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The hearty people of the earth do languish. You see what I'm saying? The hearty people of the earth do languish. Why are they languishing, man? Because this wickedness that's prevailing. Because this wickedness that's prevailing in this world, man. And that's why all these nations need us to come back into power. These nations need us to come back into power, man. These animals need us to come back into power. These plants need us to come back into power. The atmosphere needs us to come back into power. The waters need us to come back into power, man, because everything's polluted. Everything is polluted. Everything is polluted. Verse 5. This is how it's polluted. The earth also is defiled. The earth also is polluted under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed our laws, changed the ordinances, and broken the everlasting covenant. You broke the everlasting covenant, man. Mankind's not supposed to lie down with mankind. Same with womankind. You see what I'm saying? Same with women. Women ain't supposed to be with women. You see what I'm saying? Men are not supposed to be laying down with animals. But here I just saw something with this bullshit. This farmer's pig just gave birth to a humanoid creature. If that's to be believed, but I believe it. But I can believe that shit. I can believe that shit, man, because we saw a humanoid sheep. You see what I'm saying? We saw a humanoid sheep. This shit don't stop, man. Not with these Edomites. Not with these Edomites. See what I'm saying? The elder apostle Tahar, he shared this video of an Edomite marrying a lamb. Marrying a lamb. Flowers on the lamb. I mean, you know what? The creature waited for the earnest expectation for the sons to come back into power, man. Right? Verse 6, Isaiah 24:6, it says, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. And that's about to go down, man, in America. That's about to go down in America, man. When all hell breaks loose out here, you're going to see few men left. That's why the scripture says that I shall make a man more precious than fine gold. That's why the Most High said that. I shall make a man more precious than fine gold. Let's jump down to verse 19. It says the earth is utterly broken down. It says the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is broken down right now, man. You got few people, you got few people, you know, who are unable to see what's happening. Everybody sees what's happening out here. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows what's going down. This place is polluted. This place is screwed. This place is screwed, man. Chemtrails all up in the air, man. Water's polluted. We got entire islands that's full of trash. We got entire islands full of trash, man. You telling me that this shit cannot be? Come on, man. Come on. This place needs a change. This place does need a reset button. This place does need a reset button. And these devils out in power, they're not gonna get that reset that they're looking for. They're not gonna get that reset they're looking for, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna get that shit. This ain't gonna go the way they planned it. There's gonna be a reset, but it ain't on their terms. But it's not on their terms. You about to see that. You about to see that. As a matter of fact, let's talk about that reset real quick. Let's talk about that righteous reset. Right? Oh, the water, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, the water. I just thought of that precept that I lost. Let me jump to that real quick. Keep my hand on this. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah the 2nd chapter. Let me get this bookmark. Put that in there real quick. Right. Okay, so this is Isaiah the 2nd chapter. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1, it says, the word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. The word mountains is symbolizing nations. It's symbolizing nations. So the mountains are talking about the nations of people. It's talking about the nations of people coming together. Right? That the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. So we're going to be on top of all these other nations, man. And all these other nations are going to come and flow to us. They're going to come and flow to us for guidance. They're going to come and flow to us for substance. They're going to come and flow to us for the means, right? For materials, all these different things. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say that ye shall lend to them and they shall not lend to thee. Those are talking about the blessings in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Chapter 28, verse 1 through 15, 1 through 14, Slaki. Right? For 14 whole verses, you got nothing but blessings coming for America. And that's about to come upon us. That's about to come upon us and pursue us, and they're going to stick to us. They're going to stick to us like glue. Like glue. Right? And Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all the nations shall flow unto it. And all the nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahawah, to the house of Yahawah, the power of Jacob. And he will teach us his ways. He will teach us of his ways. And we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahawah from Jerusalem. From Jerusalem. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's talking about, man. That's what it's talking about. All these other nations, like I was mentioning before I lost my train of thought, these other nations, they lost their traditions, as it was written in book of Micah, that he takes the tradition. No, that's Jeremiah. Jeremiah 17:4. You know what I'm saying? Right? But these other nations forgot who they were. They forgot their traditions. They forgot their own customs. They forgot their own customs. They forgot these things, man. Now they're following fiat currencies. They're following fiat currencies. They're following bullshit philosophies, talking about the rainbow tribe is the way to go. No, it's not. No, it's not. Talking about that's the future. No, the fuck it's not. See what I'm saying? Now they got all these women over in Japan, over in China, and all over the place that's dying alone. That's dying alone. Why? Because all these women done fell into feminism. They fell off feminism. And where's that coming from? That's coming from the philosophies of Babylon the Great. It's coming from the philosophies from that wand. See what I'm saying? From that wand. All these nations have drunken them. And they're seeing their people being deteriorated. They're seeing their people being deteriorated. There's nothing left for them out here. Nothing left for them. And they sitting here like, what happened to us? What happened to our traditions? What happened to our ways of life that actually made us flourish, man? We had kings and we had all this stuff. We had all these great things, you know what I'm saying? That's why the nations are mad. That's why the nation's about to come after America, man. Right? You see, it says that we would discontinue from our heritage. We would discontinue from our heritage. And when Israel falls, then that means everything that's stable falls. That means everything that makes sense falls. You see what I'm saying? That's why all these other nations are in disarray. Because the wrong people are in power right now. The wrong people are in power. You see? Let me hit that real quick. Let's go to Micah. You see, they oppress a man in his house, man. And they've been doing this for a long time. They've been doing this for a long time, man. Everybody on the planet knows about so-called white Jesus. Everybody on the planet knows about Cesare Borgia. Everybody. Right? So let's go to Micah. Micah chapter 2. Micah chapter 2, verse 2, it says, then they covered fields. Let's start at verse 1. Let's start at verse 1. Micah 2:1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. That's talking about Esau, Edom, man. That's talking about the wicked, spoken of in Malachi 1:4. Right? Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hands. And they covet fields. They covet resources. They covet lands. Right? They coveted what Japan had. They coveted what Venezuela had. The same way they occupied and they took over the Israelites over in what's now known as Puerto Rico, which was once called the port of riches. This is what they called it. They called it the port of riches, Puerto Rico. See what I'm saying? They called it Puerto Rico, port of riches, because there was nothing but gold over there. When they came down here, they came to the Aztecs and the Mayans. The Mayans had nothing but gold, boy. They took down El Dorado, bro, and they snatched that gold. They snatched the queen of the nation. They killed the king after they ravished her in front of the king. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. They go over to Congo and they take the diamonds. They take the diamonds. They control they control all the ivory. They control all the ore. They control all the ebony. They control all the resources, man. They covered fields. You see what I'm saying? They covered fields. And take them by violence. They don't come in talking about some let's have a treaty. They don't come in, and if they do give a treaty, they're gonna break it. That's the whole point of them giving you a treaty, so they can break that shit. You see what I'm saying? They have broken their covenant, right? And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. These, like I said, these people forgot their traditions, their heritage, their way of life. And that's why all these other nations are about to turn on America in full force. And America is about to be destroyed. America is about to be invaded. America is about to come with all kinds of shit happening that way, man. Food famines. You got food famines. You got prices shooting through the roof, man. You got these fucking shit, you know, material shortages. They're calling it everything shortage. They're calling it an everything shortage. An everything shortage. You can't even get car parts. You see what I'm saying? You can't even get car parts. It's an everything shortage. You're losing plastic out here, right? You're losing metal out here. A lot of this stuff coming from China. You see what I'm saying? You're losing all of that. You're losing all of that. It's an everything shortage. And this is what happens under Esau Edom, man. This is what happens under the unrighteous rulership. That's what happens. Verse 3, it says, therefore, thus saith Yahawah, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go heartily, for the time is evil. For the time is evil. That word evil is a compound word. Evil. Eve meaning times, and ill meaning bad. Bad times are upon us. Bad times are upon this nation. You see what I'm saying? But the elect shall be saved from this stuff, man. The elect are going to be saved from this family. The elect are going to be saved from this outage, this power outage. Yeah, there's a power outage coming too. You see what I'm saying? America is about to be in some deep shit. In some deep shit. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 30. Let's hit it. Let's hit it and let's end this off there, man. Hopefully this don't shut off on me again. It's Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahawah of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. See what I'm saying? All right, I pray this camp. I pray that you edified with this camp, right? I'm gonna cut this there, man. I want to say, call Halal Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I run in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwat that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatah. Shalom.